You're pretty when I'm drunk.
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 And I'm pretty fucking drunk.
Hey guys, yeah, it's little old chubby me again, and now I didn't really hack into the account. That's just kind of a running thing that we got going here. No, somebody else hacks into it for me, and I'm just kind of like somewhere along the line. I think Hefe's the one that, you know, gave it to me, and in return for some man boob pics, because he's kind of got a fetish for that. Anyway, today I'm going to review a beer, and it is Lagunitas Undercover Investigation Shutdown Ale. The pinup girl is not on here, but it is just one of those kind of clean retro looking labels with the Lagunitas logo right on the bottle cap. Yeah. Haven't had this before. I have had a Lagunitas beer before, different kind, and it was really good. So kind of have high hopes, hoping that this is going to turn out good. It is an ale, but I can see here, and it's got a pretty high IBU for an ale. It's 66.6 on the IBU scale, which, you know, 666. I think that was intentional. Alcohol is 9.7. So if you are if you require a threshold of a percentage of alcohol to make for the beer to be good in your eyes, this meets the qualifications so far. So I think I will go and give it a little open and see how it goes. Use the ale glass, if that's what it's for. We'll see. Alright, here's the pour. Alright. It's a pretty dark color. It's like a gold, maybe copper gold color. Pretty dark. Of course, it's an ale. Head's a little on the foamy side. Gives you a little lacing. Just checking the appearance out here. Trying to make myself sound smart. And the smell, kind of like it's like a citrus in kind of a sweet way. Smell almost a kind of floral. What else do I smell here? And I do smell some malts, which, yeah, that's going to prove interesting. So it has an interesting nose. So, anyway, let me give it a swig. Whoa! I was not expecting that. That was, this is a very complex beer. I'll just say that much. Wow. It is, yeah, got a very sweet start. Like really sweet malts. Almost like a caramel flavor, and then kind of takes you down, and then that's when you really get in the hops, kind of a bittery hoppiness. I don't want to say piney, but like resin or something, hop resin, like the oil. Pretty pronounced, so it's a pretty bitter finish. The I guess if I wanted to judge the mouthfeel, it's not a super heavy body, but the carbonation mixed with the alcohol, which they're not really doing a super good job of masking the alcohol in this. That's probably my first negative observation about this, is that 9.7 is evident. So you're going to get the warming, the back of your throat, and that's going to accompany the bitter finish, so it's really going to kind of make that bitterness accentuate. This is kind of part of this is because as far as a beer aficionado, my palate's not been developed to the level I want it to be yet, and drinking something that's as complex as this for where it comes from is kind of like pushing the boundaries here for me. It's kind of stretching it in just about every way as far as sweetness and bitterness. I like it. And, you know, it's clean. It's not like I'm tasting imperfections, but it's almost like, you know, like the rock stations, you know, turn it up and rip the knob off. Well, they cranked up the stuff in this, and then they ripped the knob off, and you can tell when you're tasting it. It's just, everything is just in your face. That would be the best way for me to describe how this beer tastes. Don't forget, Google smell. Coming to a video near you in the not so distant future. Till they hit the kill switch on the internet. The bitterness is probably, I don't know, kind of borders on almost being too much for an ale, because that sweetness combined with that bitterness, it's almost like it's not giving your brain enough time to process all that stuff, and then, you know, it's already taken you on down the road a little bit. I don't know if there's anything else on here on the label or anything that this is made of hops, malt, hops, yeast, hops, water, and hops. Beer speaks, people mumble. That's the truth for this beer. This is a powerful beer. This beer has testicles. I mean, that's how masculine this beer is. Wow. I would not want to drink this beer if it got warm. A lot of ales, you know, actually start tasting better once they kind of hit that threshold of, you know, in Fahrenheit at least, getting into the 40s. I would prefer to drink this a little bit cooler. Partly because I mean, if it warmed up too much, I don't think I can handle some of the flavors coming out of this thing. This is pretty powerful. Yeah, internet kill switch. Didn't we, like, give up control of the internet not too long ago? I'm gonna need more beer. Yeah. But hey, you know, guys like to, you know, nag and ride on Obama and put him down, but you gotta give him a little bit of a break. It's like his first job, isn't it? Being president. Has he ever had a job before that, you know? I doubt it. I don't know. Oh, I mean, everything's working so well, you know. We had, what do we have, almost negative 3% growth in the first quarter. Chin up, chaps. Ooh, this is good, but it's pretty damn strong. And I'm not just talking, you know, the alcohol taste, but the flavor. If you love IPAs, this is like almost like an amber ale and an IPA put together somehow. It's got the hoppiness and bitterness of a good IPA, but that sweetness at the beginning, it's almost like one of those two don't really belong, but it kind of works out here. And I would say either mask the alcohol a little better, or lower it a little. I know that sounds crazy coming from me, lower the alcohol content for the beer, but like I said, part of it might be me, but it's just pushing me to that threshold where, well, it's like hot spicy stuff. I, like Eric, that sounded like Eric, I also like very spicy things. But there comes a point when you reach that level of heat that the flavor ceases to be good and starts turning into like either bad or painful. And this is kind of where it would be for me in this beer. I'll be honest. I mean, there's certain beers that are really good, you know, sweet coming out. This doesn't seem like that sweetness fits at the beginning. Either that or they need to drop the IBUs. I don't know. This is like a confused beer. I will say it tastes good. If you like the IPAs, if you're an ale fan, if you love the hops, this is going to be an enjoyable journey for you. If you're not a hop-loving, you know, person, this is going to be a bumpy ride. If you're expecting a regular kind of a amber ale type thing, you're not going to find it here. Again, I have no clue about the story behind the name. May not have anything to do with the beer itself, but it says ale. Looks like amber ale. Taste. What would I do with a E scale? If it didn't feel so confusing, I'd probably rate it way up there. But because it doesn't hide the alcohol very well, and the sweetness comes off a little too much at the beginning, and the bitterness kind of doesn't balance with it, I would say if this is an E scale rating, I would probably say 7.5. Unless you want to call it the G scale. Yeah. Or the G spot. See, now it's starting to get too sweet for me. It's warming up. Really too sweet in the beginning. But the flavors are good. I'm torn. I don't know. I'm just trying to make it through life without looking stupid. And it's not working. Don't pay any attention to the expression on my face. I'm not like, because it tastes bad, it's because the flavors are really intense. You might love lemons, but when you put a lemon in your mouth, you're going to pucker up a little. Don't judge me. There's so many things that I want to like about this beer. But like I said, there's those few negatives are what's really holding it back, because they're big negatives. I've not been let down by this Lagunitas. It's a good beer. Complex, so complex that someone like myself, I wouldn't say I'm a novice, but I wouldn't say I'm a pro either, might be almost too complex for me. So if you're fully initiated into the broad spectrum of different kind of beers, go for it. I think you'll like it. Again, if you like hops and all that stuff, and you don't mind getting some really sweet at the beginning, either way, I think it's worth the try. I don't know if I would buy it again, but again, that I'm going to fault that on my side, or on my part, and not on the beer's part. One thing I'm really happy with is that it didn't taste skunky. The place where I got this beer at has a reputation for not treating beer the way it should be treated, and you can use dark glass all day long to kind of help fight off the light, but if you don't handle the beer correctly, and it's being exposed. So, I mean, even the fluorescent lights in the store can be enough to start skunking some of the beers. And so, like I said, I normally don't go to this place that I went and got this from, but I saw it and I was like, I've never had it before. I want to give it a try. So yeah, I'm glad I tried it. Now I know. I actually got another kind of Lagunitas as well, which I'm going to be drinking here in a little bit. So I look forward to that. I just started a new job, so I'm going through all that kind of stuff. Health insurance, yeah. Wow. Have you ever, like, I'm not saying like felt like you want to give up, but if you ever felt like, it feels like I'm kicking against the goads here. Why is it that everything that's coming out of this one city and this one place in the East Coast that's determining how everybody in this country runs their lives? It's like, is there something wrong with me? Because, like, everything I see coming out of there is just garbage. It's horrible. It's like, these people have to be getting paid by somebody to do that. It's like, you don't do a Mass and Guild douche commercial for free. You better expect some money up front. You're selling douches. Obamacare, man, that's one big douche. No, that's more of an enema than a douche. Because it's going up your butt. Oh, some of these requirements. Oh my gosh. You know, I didn't have a problem with insurance before, and now I do, and I'm having to change some stuff to, you know, meet the requirements for the Affordable Health Care Act. Oh my God. I mean, the only positive thing is I'm pretty sure eventually that I'll be able to trade in my Marlboro miles for healthcare coverage. Other than that, yeah, I'm getting stiffed big time on the premiums, on the deductible. There's literally nothing affordable about this crap. And we still have another year or even, you know, year and a half before some of this stuff is even, you know, some of Obamacare is not in effect yet. They're dragging it out over all these years because they're trying to make that rape that you're experiencing feel like sweet love making, and it's just not happening. Say lovey. Anyway, yeah. If you've watched if you've watched this much of the video, you deserve a pat on the back. I do a video for Eric, and usually people watch the first 3 minutes, and most people either get pissed off and click the dislike button, or it's like, hey, great video, bro. It's like, I know you didn't watch it. Just, I can deal with it. I can handle it. But, yeah. Thanks for watching. And thank you for your time. And have a nice day. Hi. This is my audition for the Ms. Bomey channel as the new kitchen bitch. There are many reasons why I'm a better kitchen bitch than the current kitchen bitch, but this is the main reason. Here, can you read my apron?